precursor is what? Prolonged or protracted or prevailing prayers. You know, the first time I met Apostle Arume, I almost turned back and went. He said, if you are 20 years old and you have not prayed in tongues for 10 hours, he said you are a clown. See, there is something long prayers does to your soul. You will not know how weak you are until you begin to trade on the altar. The altar reveals to you your weaknesses. And what it does is that it develops you so that your weaknesses can become your strength. That's why Jesus came in Luke chapter 18 verse 1. He said, men ought always to pray and not to faint. That means the only way a man can be restored to be like God is by prayer. It is man's default mode to pray. We were created for prayer because prayer is a spiritual infrastructure for connecting essentially to God. So a man who does not pray does not understand how to relate with a spirit. He may study about that spirit from books, but for him to come into the environment of a spirit and learn the ways of that spirit, he must engage that spirit experientially. Prayer is the only way that is available to us to interact with the Spirit of God until we become like him. So Jesus said, men ought always to pray and not to faint. But there are many believers who are not praying. You may think you are strong. If you want to check your energy in the spirit, go and begin to pray. You may bring a macho man here who can lift weight for 10 hours and then all his muscles are like this. You now say this one is strong. Then you bring a lanky person who is an intercessor. You say, okay, pray in tongues for 2 hours. After 15 minutes, the macho man will fall down. But that's when the guy who is lanky is charging. After 3 hours, he begins to jump like this. After 5 hours, he's walking like this. When he has hit 10 hours, that time all his spiritual senses have activated. At that time, he becomes a spirit. He can look at you and tell you that, Kai, don't travel tomorrow. You didn't tell him. Something has activated. He has picked his tools in the spirit. The Bible said, they that wait upon the Lord, they shall renew their strength. That means there is a strength in the spirit that is not natural.